Let's get the show on the road.
Okay, let's see. I mean, if the Hunter gets a win, that's like insane. Okay, we see Barnes.
Often if not, it's just always best to bring your weakest deck first, just so you can counter queue with the others and then get the best sweep potential, like with your last deck.
Yeah, it's a good utilization.
So yeah, basically just testing the waters with this Hunter deck that has like, it seems no clear strong suits.
I mean, Pavel is looking at me.
He does this. This is the second time today.
He's saying
Hello,
like...
Pavel.
He's telecommunicating with me that he's gonna get Katrina out of bars. He feels it. He feels the Katrina.
I think Pavel is just practicing his sleep breathing skills.
I feel like he's trying to cheat somehow. Yeah, exactly.
Maybe if we say that like Eloise has Leroy in her hand, he will just now, oh yeah, she has Leroy.
Guys. When Eloise draws the next card, we should just like all yell, like say like "wow." That'll be great. Yeah. Just like make like weird facial expressions. Pavel will be like, "What?"
Look really shocked, right? Exactly.
Actually, but no. Let's do it like before turn 4, before the Barnes turn. Maybe he's scared to play Barnes.
Okay, all right.
If he continues watching us, let's see.
I've heard a theory. Someone suggested that maybe the reason he glares so hard at his opponents during games is to see if he can see the reflection of their screen in their glasses.
Maybe not that, but you can actually make reads based on like how people are.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Like a poker face might help you on lands. That's what I'm saying.
All right. The Hunter lays a trap.
Okay.
He's looking at us.
Okay, nothing from Eloise. Nothing now.
He's actually trying to gauge our reaction.
Next turn we just yell. Let Eloise play the turn. Calm down.
You just try to actively sabotage him, right? What kind of deal did you cut with Eloise, huh?
No, like Pavel is looking at us. He's trying to gain information by looking at the casting desk.
We've got to throw him off somehow.
Yeah. We need to show him that this is not the way you're supposed to play.
I will not stand for this collaborated effort to sabotage the world champion, okay?
We're not sabotaging. We're just getting excited about Eloise's next draw.
Yeah, regardless of what it is. Might be patches.
That's an exciting draw. Let's see. You just companion here.
Yeah, it looks like a pretty clean-cut animal companion here.
Two out of 3, yeah.
Yeah, 2 outcomes are great here.
I wouldn't say Misha is great. Hopper is great because he removes Enclave. It just buys you a turn. I don't really see Catrick being viable because mainly Rogue doesn't have that many spells.
Yeah, Shadow Stabs, Backstabs, maybe Cold Bloods.
Yeah, and you leave the Edwin alive. Oh, he goes for it. Okay, be ready.
Yeah, he just wants to upgrade that Spellstone.
Whoa! Oh my god, he wasn't looking.
What a card!
He wasn't looking.
Woo!
He wasn't looking.
7 mana.
Our efforts were
5/5.
It's over, Radu. Didn't even look.
7 mana, 5/5. Which one could it be?
Try again next turn. It's okay.
No, okay, let's stop this. Okay, Eloise probably has an idea about what his secret is. Yeah, I don't think she's afraid of snipe, so you just play the captain and pass. Let's see what Barnes gives. If Barnes gets Katrina, that's sick.
Well, it's not going to get King Crush, so that's a start.
Yeah.
But there's still high mains in there. And yeah, there's a high main from the Barnes.
It's not bad. Actually, pretty good.
Yeah, it's one of the better Barnes you can get, for sure.
It makes Corridor Creeper better for Eloise. So you just Saga Knight, value trade the Barnes, go face, right? You want to ignore the Savannah as much as possible, not give him 2/2s with charge. Yeah. How good is Unleash here?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be great after the Spellstone. Like, even if Eloise is able to value trade into those wolves, then the Unleash is able to clean everything up. So, in general, that was the game plan Pavel was going for. Just set up those wolves as good as early as possible. That's why he went for the trap instead of the animal companion.
Yeah, that's the whole reason he played the cat trick, right?
I think the best play for Eloise is to play Firefly to activate the Psy, and then you also want to play Creeper and keep the other Firefly for going Firefly Vilespy next turn. So you go, let's say, 4/1 into 3/3. Then you go a Psy into one of the 2/2s, I think. 2/3 into the other 2/2, and then you play Corridor Creeper. Maybe you go Captain into one of the 2/2s, and then you go 2/2 plus a Psy into one of the 3/3s. I think that's what she's considering right now. It's also a possibility. Because otherwise they get very good trades on your Captain. And yeah, as I said, you want to value trade as much as possible, but the more you value trade, the better Unleash becomes. But you don't play around Unleash from Eloise's position. She might decide to dagger. Actually, I don't mind the dagger. I think it might be quite good in this position.
Yeah, if she wants to
Wait,
keep playing around
wait a
Unleash.
second. Wasn't it better? Did she aside the 2-2? I think she
Yes,
did, right?
yes.
So then it was better to trade Captain into 2-2 and aside the 3-3 and FaceTime the 3-3.
Just took 1 extra damage.
Unless she wanted to get rid of some minions here.
I mean, you always want to value trade.
Yeah, but if she plays around Unleash, that is. I
Okay,
mean,
if she plays around Unleash, this is the correct play to do, but do you really play around Unleash?
maybe Eloise does.
Well,
But
Eloise
either way-
knows that this is a bit of a slow hunter deck, so not a big spell hunter, the type that maybe needs Unleash the Hounds as a defensive tool.
Yeah, it didn't really matter because Unleash, no matter what, on the board with 4 minions is still going to be good regardless. And Pavel is just going to flip the switch now.
It's not enough, though. Like, this was like one of the strongest turns Hunter could have had, and he's still not doing that much.
Yeah, but it still puts Pavel in a position where he's like not on the complete defense anymore. So now he actually reclaimed the board and can take advantage from that and plays big boys.
Am I missing something? Like, Eloise just goes Vile Spine with Firefly this turn, clears the board, next turn Bone Mare, turn 8, she wins the game.
Well, Pavel needs to hurry up and draw his big-ish stuff now. What mana cost is Katarina?
8.
Yeah, okay, that's a problem.
He's dead. He plays Katarina and he dies, unless he gets like a Charger from the deck.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen any Charged Devil Swords from this deck just yet.
Yeah, so maybe he's playing Katarina only for King Crush?
You could also think about like Eloise
Jaime.
maybe not
Or
playing
Jaime.
the Vile Spine, considering that she might think about keeping it for bigger stuff.
You want to play it because it's a solid body that lands Bone Mare 100% of the time, and if you land Bone Mare, then you have almost guaranteed
Yeah.
lethal with Leroy on 8.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree with the play with the Vile Spine play to set up a good bone mare, pretty much guaranteed bone mare as well. But yeah, it's a little bit weird to play a Vile Spine just on a 1/1.
I mean, it's not weird with Bone Mare in your hand, I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know if I like this. It's like...
If you want
safe.
if you want to secure the bone mare push, definitely Vile Spine is the correct play. But yeah, she might be afraid of the big stuff that might come out.
Yeah,
of
but now
Pavel's
she gets
deck.
punished by this.
Right.
And I don't want to be results-oriented just because we see both hands, but there are more things that punish you if you don't play the Vile Spine than if you do.
It's so tricky because you know Pavel's deck runs so many big minions, and the Vile Spine could be so valuable later. But I guess your argument, Radu, is that if Eloise just played the Vile Spine then, they wouldn't have gotten to the later turn.
Yeah,
Exactly.
like, let's say there was no flanking strike. There could also be Hallmaster. Hallmaster destroys Eloise because she left the beasts up. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it seems counterintuitive to play the Vile Spine on the 1/1, but that's exactly what you need to do if you want to close out the game
Yes.
fast.
She's going to do it this
And she
turn,
has to
though.
do it because
Yeah, but if she wouldn't have drawn KLSF, she wouldn't be in the spot now.
Right.
So, anyways. Does Pavel still have time to do anything here? Oh!
There's Katarina coming down this turn, so there must be a high main or something still in the deck. There we go, okay. But is that it? Is that the last beast?
Might be.
We've seen now both high mains and King Crush. I don't recall seeing any others in the earlier games, unless I'd missed one.
Didn't you say there was like raptors in there? I mean, those devil swords
No, we
or
didn't
whatever?
see it.
Usually
We thought
you
there would
play
be.
them, but like I think Pavel plays a more conservative deck, only with King Crush and then Savannah. Which is probably like
Seems
the
good
better
enough,
way to
though.
go, yeah.
It does seem good enough.
Funny thing is, Lethal is set up at the moment. Obviously, Eloise is going to put a taunt in the way.
Yeah, Pavel needs Hallmaster, which I'm sure he plays in a deck with so many beasts.
We were saying there's not many beasts, right? Just the high mains and the King Crush.
Yeah, but you also have Flanking Strike, Unleash the
right,
Hounds.
of course.
He probably plays...
Companion as well, yeah.
Yeah, Companion. Like, he probably doesn't play Alicat and like the Dire Maul,
No,
but I
of
think he
course.
still has enough beasts in the deck.
Yeah.
You attack. Huh? No? Like, she doesn't attack because she considers there is a possibility she'll go for Leroy Minstrel, but I don't think you want to play Leroy and Minstrel in the same turn. And then if you draw any other card, you probably have enough mana to play that card plus Minstrel and the Dagger if you need to. It's just like about how relevant is the extra damage. And it might be, for example, with... No, with Isai I still have enough.
Pretty obvious trades from Pavel here. Just wants to clear up the board. Eloise now pretty much needs another charger here. for an SI.
It's not quite going to do it, and there's nothing to backstab on the board at the moment, so she can... If she wants to play that minstrel, she's got to play Leroy first.
She has to, because she faces down lethal.
She can dagger into Katarina and backstab whatever comes out of that, but that doesn't seem like a good play.
Yeah, there's also Catterick on Pavel's side, which Eloise probably knows about. And delaying the game by 1 turn by not playing Valspine in that turn might cost Eloise this first game.
Yeah, it's true.
Let's see what comes down of the Ministrel. Like, he probably can still Leroy into the King Crush and have some chance. But, like, let's say if you can survive and Ministrel gives you double deckhand, it's still not enough, but you can top the Cold Blood. I'm just trying to fantasize some situations where you still survive and have lethal next turn, but I think it's going to go Pavel's way.
It's not looking good. Amazing. The Hunter looking like it's actually going to have taken a game against Tempo Road, nonetheless.
I mean, everything went perfect for the Hunter, and still, if the Rogue would have played perfectly, I think Rogue would win.
There you go. That's game number 1.
Pavel is so happy.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's looking at us.
Any win that you would get with this Hunter deck, I assume you would be happy about as well.
Yeah.
Right, Radu?
Yeah.
He's played the meme. He's managed to win with the meme.
Pavel, never change.
Such a troll.
Yeah.
Was he always this confident? Like before he became world champion, was he always like this?
Obviously, you gain more confidence once you become world champion.
Right.
But I think he had some confidence beforehand too. Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he was a little bit less confident before because, like, he was still relatively new to the scene, and obviously that famous misplay he did at the European Championships back then, kind of maybe a little bit made him less confident as well. But after the World Championship, for sure, he the confidence shot through the roof.
His English also wasn't as great back then as it is now. It really has improved over time.
Yeah, now he understands the banter. He even joins it at times.
At times, he is the banter.
He is the banter.
So I've heard.
Oh no, please.
Don't even mention it.
Why is he looking at us? He's trying to make reads based on, like, what?
Yeah, he's trying to see how we're
know.
reacting to the mulligans. He's picked up Barnes in his hand, though. Oh.
Yeah, I think that's why. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why. But because of the spectator mini bug, we didn't get to see Barnes until now. Yeah, Barnes is a pretty good card when you have it in your opener. Wait, what? He plays a charge. Okay.
Wait, what?
Seems like a natural inclusion when you play Barnes as well, right?
This is such a big deck.
So I guess he plays Barnes, Charge, Katrina, and King Crush.
And 2 high mains.
And 2 high mains. It's a very expensive deck.
Yeah, so it's reminiscent of like the spell hunters, right? Like, but except for him not running any minions, he runs like a few big minions, and besides that, he runs the spell core.
So King Crush is the worst here.
What's with Eloise's deck? This is not like the other Warlocks we've been seeing over this weekend.
It's like a weird tempo, control, mid-range, Lich Kingy. Add some other 5...
Is that the official name of this deck, Radu? Do you want to repeat that?
No. I think, Hearthstone-wise, the more words into the deck name there are, the worse the deck is.
I think this is pretty much the definition of mid-range.
So you're not a big fan of big spell mage?
No, not really.
3 words in that deck.
I usually like face decks because like face plus the class. Face hunter. Face warrior.
I like cube decks.
Yeah, two words. It's pretty good. Fits the criteria.
Alright, the Wandering Monster comes down.
Yeah, you can see how much power value is having that 4 wolves right away. Considering that he plays secrets above playing like a slightly weaker Spellstone or even the flanking strike. Like, he really wants to get those 4 wolves as soon as possible every time. We saw it already in game 1 as well.
Yeah, Eloise has really good trades. She's going to be able to play 6, so I mean Corridor Creeper. She can attack face first, test for the secret, but she knows it's wandering. So
Did you just call Corridor Creeper Zixo?
don't you know the meme like Sixo?
I've seen his Twitter account.
He changed his Twitter name
Yeah.
to Corridor Creeper, and he put like a Creeper picture.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And he just like responds to everybody in character.
GG, I was the corridor creeper.
It's pretty funny, actually. Thank you for explaining the joke. You ruined it.
Sorry.
British humor.
All right, if Pavel sticks true to his game plan here, he will go for the Spellstone now, I imagine.
Yeah. Is it good enough though? Like I feel the Spellstone is not that good against Warlock. There's so many ways Warlock can remove your board. But
Yeah.
it's like the best play he has right
I'd
now.
say 5/3/3s on 5 mana is probably pretty good, regardless of the matchup. It forces the board to be removed.
Yeah.
And as we can see, Eloise doesn't actually have any of the removal in her hand. There's no Hellfire, no Defile, no Abyssal Enforcer.
But if she had Hellfire, she could start by using the coin, and then she pops the cat trick.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
Then that's max value.
How much of this Warlock was already revealed from Eloise? Did she play it before?
I don't know exactly.
I don't think I saw this deck. We definitely didn't see it in the first series.
So yeah, there might be still like Pavel might still consider this deck pretty much having everything. That's why he might want to play around like a Abyssal Enforcer or Hellfire even, who knows.
Gul'dan. I mean,
All of the
you
death-
probably play Gul'dan even if you don't have any demons, just for the hero power at this point.
All of the Death Knights coming out to play now.
Yeah, Death Knights are very, very powerful.
That's not very, very powerful. That's a 2/2.
Yeah.
I like this from Eloise a lot. Just pushing a lot of tempo. She needs to start getting into that position where she can start to win the game before Pavel's big things start to hit the board.
Don't you think it was better to go in with a Dark Reaper? I mean, there are considerations to make. Or maybe it was best to go in Bone Mare, the Corridor Creeper, and go in with that. Like, what's the average 3 drops attack? I think it's like 3. And then you lose your Corridor Creeper most of the time. But if you Bone Mare the Corridor Creeper, is there any punishment? I don't think there is. Like, you don't want to attack with Corridor Creeper first. You don't want to attack with Dark Reaper first. I think the best way to do it is to Bone Mare either one of your minions and attack with that first.
Just means you miss some damage.
You don't. Oh, yeah, you do.
Yeah.
But you protect your minion.
Yeah.
So the way she did it was more risky, but ended up paying off for her.
Yep.
I was just saying, like, overall, what was the best? Yeah, but you miss some damage. But is damage really relevant in this matchup? Like, if you survive, I think you always win.
I don't know. Eloise's deck doesn't look that late game oriented. It's more of a mid-range deck. So I feel like Pavel's deck has the bigger stuff.
I don't know. I see Gul'dan in the hand.
When I see
Gul'dan is
Gul'dan,
like-
Void Lord, and Lich King, it's
Yeah.
definitely late game oriented as well.
That's true. That's true.
There's not much more late game that you need. Like, I don't know. You can build the beast.
Yeah.
Maybe even with the new cards. I don't know if it's patched yet.
I don't believe it has been. Well,
But I still don't think any beast of your choice is good enough to challenge Gul'dan.
hey, Snowflake Penguin's pretty good.
It's called Stubborn Gastropod along with the Explosive Bloatbat.
Right.
Yeah.
Even then, you need to proc it.
That's like super unlikely to happen, isn't it?
It happened before, so it might happen again.
Oh, nice logic. Everything
It's
is
happened
50-50,
once,
right?
okay.
It can either happen or not. Thank you for the deep insight, Jacob.
I said it's not unlikely. I mean, it is unlikely, but it's not that unlikely.
Now, 1% is a very good shot. If it's even 1%.
It's probably less than Doomsayer out of Pilot Shredder.
Oh, wow. How many 2-drops are in the game now in Wild? There has to be like
Oh, I don't
300 or
even know.
400.
I'm saying back in the day, Doomsayer out of Pilot Shredder.
Yeah, that was a common thing, right? Everybody's nightmare.
Yeah. Never forget. But yeah, Poisonous in general is just really good against those big Warlock minions. So Pavel will always be happy to pick up any kind of Poisonous effect that he can from Build a Beast.
The thing is that usually you want Poisonous on a more fragile minion. Dire being a 4-5, I don't even think you mind if it trades into your Lich King. You're not losing that much value. And I don't know if it's big enough to be worth a Siphon Soul. Actually, is it like immune? That's what I see. I see like an aura.
No, it's like the Zombies.
Yeah, that's just a Zombies effect.
Zombies
yeah.
animation.
Oh, so just as the smell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just the smell.
Yeah, just the smell.
I wouldn't want to go near that dog.
That Dire is dirty.
What's,
Dirty Wolf Alpha.
what's worse than the smell of wet dog? The smell of zombie dog.
Zombie dog. Army of the Dead. How good do we think that's going to be in Eloise's deck?
If you
Could
pull out,
be-
if
could
you
be
pull
really
out the
good.
second Void Lord or some other demons, it's pretty good.
It's really bad if it mills your Gul'dan, because Gul'dan is not a minion.
Okay. Hang on a second. The wolf kills the Lich King. 8 damage goes face.
I was so
is
happy
so
about
happy.
King Crush. Just jam it in the face.
It's like he's trying to impress us. Every time something big happens, he's like looking over to us like, yeah, entertained? Yeah, great.
Yeah. Like, he's going to 3-0 with Hunter.
Look, Mom, I did it. I played King Crush.
If he 3-0s with this Hunter after everything you guys said about the deck at the start, that'd be hilarious.
I didn't say anything bad about it, right? It was
Yeah,
it was all RDU.
I was all. I mean, as I said, no deck is 0%.
Yeah.
I just feel like playing this kind of Hunter, you just start every single game from under 50%, and that's not usually the way I like to approach things. But it's a good way to approach things if you want to make an impact, if you want to make some meme moments, and that's probably like the best place to do it. Exactly after a new expansion hits its SeatStory Cup, it's a good place for innovation. Unless you're standing 2, you don't really get punished. I think it's a good strategy to just bring like the best decks, and then just bring one deck that has meme potential. If you lose, whatever, your other decks can carry. If you win, wow, then you win, and everybody sees it.
After all this success that Pavel had in his career until now, do you think he has actually reached a point where he cares more about memeing than about success?
I don't know.
Does Pavel really need to win more Hearthstone tournaments at this stage? I think he'd like to.
I mean, winning is always nice, obviously, but maybe Pavel's mentality is different now, considering how he reacts here.
Well, he's working hard on his stream as well. He's just, just trying to build himself up, build his name up. He's world champion. He's very business-minded.
There is an 8-mana card that Eloise would love to see. Twisting Nether.
Yeah.
But it's nowhere to be seen.
Even that's kind of awkward because Katarina dies, the Savannah Highmane dies.
Are there even more beasts in Pavel's deck?
I think we only saw one high main, right?
Yeah, I don't think we've
Okay.
seen Savannah Highmane this game. Second Soul, Homunculus. Homunculi?
Humongous?
Homunculi is the plural, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for teaching me English.
Pavel needs to win this turn, otherwise Gul'dan is going to make an appearance.
But how does he win this turn? He doesn't, does he? There's so many taunts in the way.
Wait,
There's actually 6 taunts in the way.
you would ideally want to kill the 3/9 before you unleash the hounds.
Build a beast, Iron
So
Beak
you
Owl.
go
Iron Beak
companion
Owl,
first.
yeah.
No, you go companion first.
Iron Beak Owl, bro.
Iron Beak Owl, that's the card.
Isn't it better to go companion first, try to get Leok? Is that lethal? You can trade first. Still not enough.
Good.
It's so hard to deal with the 3/9 and then to also deal with 3 Voidwalkers.
There's no way
ridiculous.
Leok is enough.
Hmm?
Leok's not enough, right?
No, but Leok allows King Crush to kill that guy in one shot and then he can unleash.
Right, I mean, that is the plan B, I suppose.
Okay.
Plan A was obviously Iron Beak Owl.
Plan A is win this one in 3. He has the Huffer.
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Gotta go fast.
Pavel on the ropes. I think he did it.
Did he get his...
Yeah?
Did the King Crush attack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He attacked into the 3/9.
Yeah, that's right. Of course I did.
So, do you have a Defile? Yes, you do. Full clear.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It even kills the tutus
That's incredible.
because the Death Rattles activate in the middle of the...
Yeah. So Huffer, Voidwalkers, Savannah Highmane, Katarina, and then everything else dies in that 5th hit.
It might even damage the Savannah Highmane from Katrina. Is there a way to kill Savannah? Like,
No.
Yeah, you can Lesser Amity Spellstone first, and then you also get to kill Savannah Highmane that pulls out of Katrina. This is insane. This might also be able to do it, I think. Wait, there's nothing that dies now.
No,
I think
that-
Eloise messed it up.
She messed up. That's what, the 4th the fourth wrong Defar we've seen today. I guess she's got the Despicable Dreadlord,
That
so-
attack was actually wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't have done it because it was like you're two health minion, right?
It,
Or did it matter?
it was just fine without the attack.
Yeah, she didn't have to attack. Like the fact that Katarina dropped down to 3 HP, the same as the high.
Oh,
main,
it ruined the combo.
that ruined
Yeah.
the combo.
I'm pretty sure there was a way you could like even kill the high main that spawns and then like damage the tutus and then play Despicable Dreadlord.
Well, vitally, Pavel
What is Pavel doing?
now has lethal. He's just memeing a little bit more,
Okay,
just showing us a beast
nice.
before he takes lethal with this. Okay, that works. Pavel takes the second game in a row with his Big Hunter. Is that what we're calling it? I don't know what to call either of these decks.
How about what was Gul'dan not a consideration last turn?
I mean, I think it was just good to go for the Defile full clear, and I'm pretty sure there was a way to do it.
He's looking at us again, guys. He's,
Yeah.
Just ignore him. Maybe he'll go away.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going anywhere, Ekop. This man is here to stay, and he's ready to take down Eloise's big druid.
Yeah, Pavel is 2-0 up, but like both games I think Eloise could have won. It's kind of interesting. I didn't get much time to look at the board in the default turn, but I think Ekop was right. Damaging the Katrina was not good. I'm trying to think, like, after you kill the first wave, how can you also kill the Savannah that spawns?
Well, we can check the VODs later. For now, we have to go into game number 3.
did
Eloise, look at her deck. The what kind of deck is this?
It's Big Druid. She's got Master Oakheart, which pulls out Dragon Hatcher, Tar Creeper, and one of these minions with 3 attack. And otherwise, it's just all of the big stuff. It's Deathwing Dragonlord, Primordial Drakes, etc., etc.
All right.
And Nuzal, too.
This deck seems really good against Hunter.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to Semfglass about this deck earlier, and Semfglass was saying, if you don't run any spell removal, how do you beat this deck? Because they get the Dragon Hatcher up behind 2 taunts. GG.
Yeah.
Yeah, and of course, I mean, sure, you would think that Pavel can manage to keep up with his big stuff, but Eloise just gets her big stuff way faster thanks to the ramp. So she should be the favorite here, I think.
Yeah, no more binds for Pavel either. So it's going to be quite a challenge. But Pavel still has Priest and Rogue. One of them is very likely to take down this Druid, I think, even if Eloise manages to win this game.
The Dragon Hatcher has arrived. So I assume she does play the Sleepy Dragon as well, maybe?
I don't remember, but possibly.
But Primordial Drake for sure, right?
Primordial Drake, definitely. Deathwing Dragonlord, absolutely.
That's pretty good. As long as you don't die the next turns, and Malfurion is going to prevent that.
Drawing Dragon Hatcher isn't exactly what she wanted to do, but...
Like, you want to pull the Dragon Hatcher out of your deck with the
Oakheart,
right? Yeah.
exactly. And then it's instantly hidden behind a Tar Creeper and and one of those 3 attack minions. It runs Astral... What's it called? Astral Tiger? Yeah, I think it's called Astral Tiger. She runs that as well. You know which card I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, the one that
Yeah, definitely.
the one that shuffles back into your deck on Death Rattle.
Yeah, what is important is that Eloise managed to ramp up, and from next turn she's gonna start the onslaught on Pavel. But
She gets a chance.
yeah, I think her health is big enough to survive a couple extra turns. Don't think it's gonna be that much of an issue. You don't want to Ultimate Infestation in this matchup that much, right? You'd rather play a 10 drop usually. Why is the tempo swing that good?
I mean, the options are great, right? Like, you play that, you get all of the different versions of the big minions you've got. Like, Primordial Drake can be great, slammed the turn after that. I think there's a Spreading Plague in there.
The only reason you would want to play Infestation over like another big drop is if you are looking for something specific to find, like maybe an Earthen Scales
Right.
to stabilize.
The Dragon Hatcher seems very good now. Let's see what that picks up. Yep. Okay.
It's pretty good too. Pulls the Alexstrasza from the hand. And now, as you say, Ultimate Infestation can be really good because
Yeah,
it gives you
now
dragons.
UI is great.
So it's just you want to make your Deathwing Dragonlord disappear. Pavel is trying to bluff some secrets. But I think Eloise already knows Pavel's secrets. She knows that there's no freezing trap.
Well, if she's ever going to be a little bit careful about Freezing Trap, it's now. And unless she does know this deck list off by heart, which I'm not sure she does, she's got to think about it. She's only seen 2 of these secrets during this series, right? She's seen the Wandering Monster and the...
Oh boy.
That's a pretty good draw.
I don't know if there's a second
Usually?
Dragon Hatchling in the deck.
Don't you attack
That
first?
should be usually.
Oh, there it is.
If you run 1, you typically run 2.
Yep. Well, this is a strong board.
Yeah.
Easy, big, easy druid.
Easy.
I would call it recruit druid, not big druid.
Okay, okay.
It's like a lot of minions are small, and the small guy has like big, powerful friends.
Can it only be a big druid if it runs only big cards then? Is that the rule?
Yeah.
Okay. That's a pretty good way back onto the board, but
Well, there's still a 12. You're still facing down a 12 attack minion here.
yeah.
And even if this Deathwing Dragonlord dies, not only do you get the Alexstrasza into play, obviously you can also resurrect it with N'Zoth. You're just never really getting rid of it. So your only way actually is to just try and raise this somehow.
I mean, I'll just go face.
She knows there's a Wandering Monster there, so probably going to want to attack with the Deathwing Dragonlord after attacking with something else. So does she just Hero Power and hit the face with that, or do you think Ultimate Infestations?
I think you
Sorry.
start with Oakheart face,
Yep.
see what happens, and then you probably go Deathwing face and UI one of
Yep.
the minions.
Yep,
That seems like the best way to do it.
I like it.
UI will trigger Cattrick, but do you really care? Your Oakheart even survives. Actually, no, it doesn't because of Explosive. So now Pavel only has Cattrick, which will also get activated because of the... Okay, she wants to
Going
just...
super aggressive.
Just
Okay.
slam down Alexstrasza. I like it.
This works. It doesn't pop the Cattrick.
Yeah, and also now 2 minions facing threatening lethal.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any 6 mana zombies that saves Pavel from the situation.
Stubborn Gastropod with
Fiery
Bloodbath.
Bloodbat.
It's definitely not a 3 mana beast that saves Pavel. Nope.
All right. Eloise finally taking her first game of this series. Pavel reverse swept Stan Sivka, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that just happened.
With Rogue.
With the Rogue. So Pavel's got to be a little bit careful here. He doesn't want the same thing to happen to him.
I think the Druid is slightly favored against the Rogue, but unfavored against the Priest. So it all depends on how that matchup goes against the Priest. So Pavel goes for the Rogue matchup first just to scout the deck a little bit more, maybe try to win her already. But I think his most powerful deck against Eloise's deck is the Priest. Pretty weak hand for Pavel. He full mulls.
That's less of
Okay.
a weak hand.
That's pretty
Wow.
good.
That's pretty good.
That's like an E-Cup hand.
Yeah, I approve of this hand. Had a lot of this yesterday.
Could do with one more Shadow Step and an Edwin, right? Would that make it
I
better?
suppose.
Eloise's hand also looks pretty solid. Quite a bit of ramp. Nourish works really nicely with Wrath because you have the 2 mana after you ramp up. And also Tide Creeper works with Blossom. Like you do nothing on turn 1, turn 2 you coin the Creeper,
that.
and then you coin then you play Blossom.
Wow, it is an Echo hand.
Just one more Shadow Step. You could just go for Keleseth's Shadow Step here and then...
No, you can just kill a pass. That's like the best way unless it gets Wrathed.
Well, yeah, I mean, you could
Echo's talking about the meme, Radu.
play... Like, that's what I did pretty much. Like, I just Shadow Step preemptively and...
Next turn drew the Shadow.
Now Pavel got punished, right?
Yeah.
Still you're the captain.
Of course, the Shadow Step is still going to find value, especially with the Vilespine Slayer. Like, maybe that was his thought process all along.
Yeah.
To just keep Shadow Step exclusively for Vilespine.
Big pirates. Yeah, this is pretty obnoxious. You kind of have to nourish here.
This is such a rough position for Eloise to be in. Having to Wrath Patches for 3 just to deal with it feels bad, man.
Yeah. and just play Cobalt. Wow. Yeah.
What a brutal beating.
Yeah. This can happen. That's why people bring Rogue.
Yeah.
No. If that was Okart, maybe that would be a way back into this.
Yeah, but I don't think Dragon Hatcher can bring enough to the board.
Well,
I
Eloise
mean,
can play both taunts, right? The 3 and the 4.
yeah. And then top deck Okart, but is that enough?
Not even that matters. The 3 and the 4, it's lethal besides that, unless you point out hero power.
And Eloise decides to call it a day straight away. Pavel will be qualifying.